Hello, dear students. I hope all of you are doing well. After a long gap, here is your English one again. All of you, please open your book at page number 20 of your English grammar, basic English grammar. I hope all of you know that we finished that lesson 3 all exercises. And one thing I would like to tell you before we start this one, you please turn your page back to page number 19 of your book. Please see there, this exercise 4. Just I am trying to show you here. So you can see the page number 19, exercise 4 of the previous lesson, lesson number 3, that there was a mistake that was made by me, and I'm sorry for that one. You please try to see that number 2 answer. You see this question number 2, exercise 4, question number 2. Please try to mark here. This is one thing. He can play neither football nor volleyball. So we were to make it into a negative sentence using this cannot. So it was told to you to write he cannot play football or volleyball, but it was wrong. Please try to see one more thing, it is inserted here. So the new thing that you can write, he cannot play either football or volleyball. So you please try to insert the word either there in between that play and football words. Okay, I think all of you understood. Okay, so please make a necessary correction there in your book and notebook too, and try to learn the correct answer properly. So the new answer will be he cannot play either football or volleyball. Okay, so please try to rectify it properly. I am sorry for the mistake. It happened unknowingly. Okay, so now let's go to the other side. Once again, you can see we are going to begin this new lesson today, interrogative sentences. I think all of you know what is interrogative sentence. They are the sentences used for asking questions. So you see, all these are explained here in your book. You please read. The first point is given: a sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. All of you know that one. Any sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. Okay. Now second point, we put a question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence. This is very important. Most of the time children forget, students generally forget to put a question mark at last. So whenever you are making a question, please try to give a question mark properly. Try to learn to give the question marks properly in its proper shape. Try to practice to give the question mark in correct shape. Okay. Then the third point, there are two kinds of interrogative sentences. How many kinds of interrogative sentences are there? You can see there are two kinds. Okay. So two kinds of interrogative sentences are there. You can notice here. Okay. Now what they are? One is your yes or no question, and the second is your question word or WH questions. It should be read as WH question. Okay. So what they are, all that we will study in detail. Please get open with your book along with me, so that you can understand it well. So let us read and try to understand. First, yes or no questions are the commonest of the questions to which they answer yes or no or I don't know. Okay. So this is the commonest type of question. Commonest means most often, very often this type of questions are asked, and the answers will be either it will be replied in yes or no, or it may be also replied in I don't know. In three ways it can be replied. Okay, this type of answers. So while asking such question, the speaker has no idea what will be the answer to this question. So whenever this type of question is asked, it is expected that this speaker has no idea what will be the answer. He is totally ignorant of the answer. So in order to know that know that answer, he would be asking this type of question. Okay, so however, when you see these examples, you can easily understand. For example, it is given, is he coming this morning? The speaker does not know whether he is coming or not. So there can be three possible answers to this question. So what are that one? You see, yes he is, or no he is not, or I don't know. This type of three answers can be obtained from there. Okay, now come on to the next one. Question word or question word questions or WH questions begins with interrogative pronoun such as what, who, which, whom, and whose. I think all of you know about using this type of words in your question. What is that? Who is he? Which is okay? Whom, whose, like that type of pronouns are generally used. So we may make this WH question using this type of pronoun, and they are called the interrogative pronoun. What they are called? Interrogative pronoun. We may use the pronoun words and we can make this WH question or question word questions. Okay, now look at the second one, interrogative adverbs. We can also use the interrogative adverbs. Okay, so for example, these are given when, where, why, how long, how fast, how often, how soon, like that type of interrogative adverbs can also be used to make this WH questions. Okay, and the other one you can see interrogative adjectives. So we can also use the interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives can also be used to make this WH question. What are that one? What color, what nationality, which, okay, which many, how many boys, like that type of adjectives can also be used. And one thing it is written here, they elicit information on particular part of a sentence. So this information will be found somewhere in the part of the question. However, we will discuss about this WH question elaborately in next page, but today we will try to discuss about this formation of yes no question, how this yes no questions can be formed from the given statement that are given. These are very easy, no need to worry about all this one. So they are all here. You can see some of the questions that it can be this statement can be having this be verb type, the verb be. Okay, the verb be means the be verb will have different form, like am, is, and past tense of is was, and similarly are past tense will be were. So am, is, was, are, were, all they are part of this be verb. So please try to keep them in your memory. If that be verb type of sentences are there, then how can you change this statements into interrogative form? Okay, this affirmative sentences or positive sentences can be changed into interrogative form in a definite rule, and it is given there. Okay, you see here one thing, we put am, is, are, etc. in the beginning of the sentence. So whenever we are making this interrogative sentences out of this affirmative one, if they are of this be verb type, then we have to put that am, is, are at the beginning of the sentence, and this past tense of is to was. Okay, then this past tense of are is to were. Like that way all this can be used. I think all of you are getting me, so it is not at all difficult. Please go on reading. Okay, now let us see the other. You see the sentences with that verbs like has and had, have, has, had, etc. If there are found in the sentence, how they can be made into interrogative. So he has, you have, I had, etc. Put this have, had, etc. in the beginning of the sentence. The rule says that you have to put this type of this have, has, had verb at the beginning of the sentence in order to make it into interrogative. He has a nice bed. Has he a nice bed? So you can look at this the table and you can easily understand. So there is no need to waste our time. Let's go further. Okay, now you see the third type of sentence, verbs made up of two or more words. So whenever you will get the verbs of the sentence is made up two or more word, in that case what should you do? If the verb is made up of two or more words, you can look at here, two or more words, then put the first word in the beginning of the sentence. So how can you do that one? I am doing wrong. So you can make it into interrogative by writing, am I doing wrong? So first, what is the given there? Put the first word in the beginning of the sentence, okay, and the next word after this, next verb that you can put in the next one. So in this one, the first verb is given there, am. So you have to put that am at the beginning of the sentence, and later on you can just write down the other verb there. Okay, am I doing wrong? He is coming tonight. That a sentence is made of two verbs. Okay, here you can see there are two verbs, each coming. So you put that first verb at the beginning. Is he coming tonight? And the next verb will be next, that will be following there. Is it understood? I think in the same way you can go examining every sentences and you try to understand this one. We are going is there. So are is given at the beginning. Are you going there? You are going there. Then are you going there? So it was raining. Was raining is this verb. So was it raining? Like that way you can make the interrogative sentences. Okay. So don't forget to put that interrogative mark or question mark in a proper way. So please try to learn to make that question mark in a proper shape. Got it? Now look at the fourth point. Simple present tense. We put do or does in the beginning of the sentence and use the first form of the verb. For example, that is what is given. He plays chess. He plays chess is given. It is given in the simple present tense. So you can see. So it is the verb is in the simple present tense. So for that one we have to put do or does. He is a third person. So for the third person we have to use the word does. Okay, does he play chess? And similarly, you know. Then you know, that is a statement. And if you want to make it into interrogative, you can write do you know, like that. Okay. So this type of present tense, simple present tense sentences can be made into interrogative in this way. So please try to keep in your memory carefully. So here one thing given, children like sweets. Children is plural number. So for the plural number you can use the word do. Okay. So like that way please try to learn the use of do and does properly. Now come on to the next one. Here it is given the simple past tense. If the statement or sentence is given in the past tense, then you have to put did there. Okay, at the beginning of the sentence and use the first form of the verb. So you can see the thief ran away. Ran is given. Ran is the past tense of run. So what you should do? You have to put the did here, and later on you can put the did here, and after the did you have to put the first form. First form in the sense what? That is the beginning form. Okay, run, ran is there. So you please try to see that the first form of the run is to this run only. Okay, so like that way you can write the thief ran away. That is, you can make it into did the thief run away. Next one, number 2, the cattle grazed in the field. Grazed is given in the past tense. So you can make did the cattle graze. That is, grazed is turned into graze only, the first form of the verb. Got it? I think all of you are understanding. Now look at the next one. Is given there. Do and does are used for simple present tense did for the simple past. I think all of you know this one. So now let us see the other. When there are modal verbs in the sentences, then how you can transform that one, how you can change that statement into this interrogative. That can be, these are called the modal verb. Can, could, would, may, etc. All they are called the modal verbs. So please keep in your memory. So she can sing well. So you can make a question, can she sing well? It is just like your be verb. Okay, so that can goes, this can modal verb will be put at the beginning. I may help him. So may I help him, like that way. So may is given at the beginning. Okay, in the same way as it is done with that be verb, these are also done. So for today you please practice making this yes no questions from the given statement and practice it properly, so that you will make no wrong. Got it? So in the next session we will try to discuss about the formation of WH question in the next classes. Okay, I hope all of you are able to listen properly and able to see it. Please try to learn all this one, study and try to think over it carefully for some time. Thank you very much for listening.